What's up, boys? It's me, Ramen Llama, and we're back with Frictional week, I guess, I don't know. We're replaying every single game. We've done Overture, Black Plague, Requiem, Dark Descent, Justine, now we're here with Pigs. I did try and tweak a couple things about the blue fog in this game, and then I loaded it up, and the entire game was green and blue and flashing. So then I changed it again, and it's not flashing, so I guess I fixed it. Vibe. I wonder why the colours look so fucked.
Daddy, find us!
Okay. I know where you fuckers are. Let me run. Thank you. I like Machine for Pigs. I don't think it's a great Amnesia game.
Papa, this way!
It's not really well optimized, it doesn't look great. There's not a lot of gameplay in it, and the story is really predictable and boring. But the atmosphere is pretty fucking solid.
There's a bad man coming.
Well, it's a very good horror experience. Not a good Amnesia game though. But it's still pretty damn good. Everyone just likes shitting on it because it's not that scary. Yeah, well, shut up. Machine for Pigs is alright.
Daddy!
Where are you hiding him? I'm just so sick of every day in the Discord, everybody just says the same fucking things over and over and over again.
Just, Machine for Pigs, it had really solid environments and atmospheres. It was really good.
Yeah, but the monsters were shit.
Yeah, well, it's a good game, but it's not a good Amnesia game.
I know I just said all of that, but that's just me off the bat as the content creator just prefacing my opinion of it. Because I feel like I need to because of how anal the fucking fanbase is about their opinions on this game. Mario 64 piano jump scare.
Machine for Pigs is bad.
No one fucking cares. Shut up. Gun! Hell yeah. Look at my dumb kids. Stinkies. I'm glad you're dead. Lily's honor a banquet. 4 glossy orbs fixed upon a point in heaven. Wipe down your trousers, man. There is blood in this sweat, and it is most unseemly. 4 glossy orbs. Is that Edwin and Enoch's eyes? All looking up at Lily? That's cute. Oh, the blue fog came back. I thought I had a permanent fix, not a temporary fix. Well, I guess we're stuck with the blue fog.
This way, Papa.
But yeah, I like Machine for Pigs. It's very fun. It does some pretty interesting things. At this point, it's a breath of fresh air than Dark Descent, and I know I'm speeding through it, but that's just because I'm busy. Yeah, look at this. So the door is locked. If you look through the window, you just see something on the bed. Not moving or anything. And the game doesn't like tell you about it, it's just there. There's no like sanity effect or anything. Then you flick the lever. You spin the wheel. The door is open. If the beast is now gone, there's blood on the floor. And you hear a light flickering. And you leave the room. It's a good build-up. Such an underappreciated scare.
I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift.
Is it scratches? Machine for Pigs just nails the ambience. What if Rebirth makes me cry on camera? Oh god.
It's coming. Come on, Daddy. It's this way.
What? Huh? Your graves? Dumbasses? Stairs, collapse. Up we get, madness, we got stuff to do. I like how low we crouch in this game. And we also crouch super low in Rebirth. You see some really small holes that Tassie has to climb in and out of. God, I fucking hate... The sound of footsteps is so good in horror. I say this all the time. Just the sound of rushing footsteps. It's fucking scary. Because it happens so quickly. Your brain has the time to identify what it is. but it doesn't have the time to react. It just knows the direction that the noise is coming from, and it understands what the noise is. Like, go watch the trailer for the horror game called Routine. It didn't end up coming out. It might come out, maybe, eventually, but, I remember watching that trailer a couple of weeks ago, for the first time. I knew about the game ages ago, but forgot about it, and I didn't follow it, but I wish it would have come out, because it looks fantastic.
The way?
Your kids are dead, lol. More dead kids than a Scott Cawthon bedtime story. Decontaminate me, daddy. Do you guys want to see something really cool? I know, right? Epic. Also breasts. Don't tell YouTube I put that in. Susan will kill me. Let's go gamers, 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 let's go gamers. I bit my teeth. Enoch and Edwin are just the most unlikable dumb cunt children. They have no personalities aside from just going,
Hey, come here, look at that.
you know, like if they actually like, if we had flashbacks to them like being kids and having personalities and like being cute and funny, then we'd actually care about them. But they're just a crutch. Horribly poorly thought out crutch for the story. Just for an excuse for Mandus to do something even worse than the slavery. It's okay, we're safe, don't worry. No one. Machine for pigs. Pretentious art writing. Art writing? Yes. This is my favourite level in the game. This is very Rebirth as well. All hail the mighty pig! See how fucking good that was? It's so dark. Ah. That's scary. That is scary. Don't bullshit me. I don't like it. It's just sound design. Hearing it screech isn't scary, but just like hearing it sniff and walk around and growl, that's the implicit subconscious fear of like evolution and beasts and getting hunted. That's just hardwired into everybody. We are still animals, we are still very primal creatures. Big ass building. Why isn't the world rendered in? Why can't I see that? It's because I turned the fog off, innit? Oh. The game's like, don't laugh at me! Stop looking behind the curtains! I have such a garish wallpaper machine for pigs. Ugh. Where's that truck? A truck goes meh. It's been driven by a pig. Haha. I didn't notice that. The phone scared me. There's just something so eerie about just Mandus's footsteps just running around, just doing things that he knows he needs to do. And just a big empty factory where you hear things in the distance. It's so good. Imagine if you heard this stuff in real life. You would not leave your fucking room. If you heard these noises from downstairs, if you were in like a factory with your friends and you heard those noises, you'd fucking run. But Machine for Pigs fucks up in that it shows you its enemy all the time, and they're not even that grotesque. This part of the game sucks because you can't hear the enemies. I know they're around somewhere. I just never know where they are. See, it sees me, but I don't know where it is. Fuck that. Oh, that boost. Too bad Machine for Pigs really didn't have a lot of gameplay. Like, they used the same trick every encounter. There's only like 5 encounters in the entire game anyway. In the nest of eggs, through pennies, sixpence, sparrows and doves, see all the angels are weeping above. There's no more forgiving, there's no one to save, for today darling Lily goes into her grave. Lol, your wife's dead? Epic gamer suicide moment. Said Palix. No, he said Epic Gamer Suicide Compilation. Lilibeth lost in Fortnite. Her KDA went through the roof and then she... What's a KDA? I don't know. And then she got outplayed by Ninja and then she killed herself because she couldn't take the shame. So, SOMA, Dark Descent and Machine for Pigs all have elevators that crash. That was a dumbwaiter, but still, same thing. Don't sass me. Oh, an elevator and a dumbwaiter are different. How? Because the dumbwaiter is for transporting goods. You can do that in elevators. So get ready for a jump scare. See? Instead of this being an encounter, that was just a cinematic. Whereas the original version of this game, that we see this area in one of the trailers, we walk down here, we go into this room, we hear something all the way over in that direction, and Oswald scatters and hides in a cage, and then you hear something patrolling around, killing the pigs kept in these cages, beating the flesh, screaming. It's scary. And then the final game comes out, and it's just like, no. Here is the enemy for 3 seconds. Lol, bye. He says as he despawns with no word or warning.
Over there. Wait, who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
Vibe. And this fucking encounter glitched out for me a couple of times and he didn't go away, so I had to speed run past him. Dumb pig. Ooh. Oh, he saw me. See the hesitation there? That's good. The game doesn't have enough of that. It just shows you too much. And what it has to show you isn't all that interesting or scary. See, watch this. We see Oswald's kids for like the 5,000th time run. And then disappear, and we see lights flickering and big steam explosions, and we hear a girl whisper. Like, that happens with every single jump scare in this game. It's always the same. It's one of those 4 things. Oswald's kids, disembodied Lily voice, steam, or whatever the fuck else I just said. No! But then I feel like Machine for Pigs is at quite an interesting place because of how varied it is to Dark Descent and how different those games are, like thematically, and like mechanically, even not thematically, they're pretty much the same game thematically. Although one's far more subtle than the other. I mean, the game starts off with Daddy, Daddy, please don't fucking kill me.
Hey.
See? See how often the game just shows you enemies? The fuck was that noise? That's so bad. They could have made him go that way at least, right? He disappears in front of the player, for fuck's sake. Also, Alexander is the granddaddy of Mandus. Or it's Daniel, because Daniel's British. Yeah, so is Alexander. Daniel's work was not Vitae creation. It was torturing a couple of people for like a week. Alexander's work was hundreds of years. Daniel was just doing like fucking work experience receptionist. That's what Daniel was. He was Alexander's secretary for a fucking fortnight. That was it. Alexander can't be related to Mandus. Mandus is human. Alexander is not a human. Yeah, who fucking cares? The people that wrote this game pretty much shit on the original Amnesia canon anyway. You have Dan Pinchbeck just saying bullshit about the game like, I don't like the shadow, therefore it does not exist. I will not make Mandus get afflicted by being chased by the shadow. Even though it was a main staple in the original game. Hey buddy. Ha 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 ha. Dummy. Look at that sack. Machine for Pigs is disturbing in the way that it approaches enemies. If we had more stuff like this, that would be brilliant, but I know. See, how can you describe what's going on right now as engaging, you know? All of that whole sequence was just fall here, go this way. That's it. It's boring. He placed his head in the vice and spun the wheel until the skull cracked and the thoughts leaked onto his shoes. It relieved the pressure for a while, but it soon returned. Excuse me? You know what? The fog did disappear, yeah. It looks so much better now, with more brown and earthy tones, rather than blue light everywhere. But now the rendering fucked up and you can see off into the distance because it's not covered by the fog. Machine for Pigs is just baseline walking horror simulator, but the most baseline and streamlined you could ever get. It's not a bad experience, but it's just not engaging enough. There are some games, like horror games out there, that you can just be like, yo, everybody needs to play this. This just isn't one of them. Although this sequence was really fucking cool. Oh. Oh. It's fucking scary. If the game had more of that, we would be in such good hands. Here's a good example of what I mean by streamlined. As soon as you walk into this room, you're locked in until you beat the puzzle. So you can't fuck about with physics objects or like break the game. And you need to do exactly what the game wants you to do. And if you don't understand that there's a puzzle to solve, because the game doesn't really tell you that there's a puzzle to solve, and doesn't give you any hints because everything looks the fucking same, you will be confused and caught off guard, and like, taken out of the experience. But then when you look back on the development cycles of this game, you can read about some quite interesting design choices that weren't entirely made by Chinese room themselves. You have a couple of shitty things like Dan Pinchbeck being a twat about the story, but there's a few things that they did that Frictional just didn't like and they were forced to change. I mean, the whole infection, there was going to be an infection mechanic in this game, and then Rebirth stole it. Not only did they steal it, they used it as their entire story and plot. The Chad Frictional games versus the Virgin Chinese room. I don't care what they say, my cum will always stay in my big fat ball. Whoa! It's nothing.
Oh dear God. Dear Christ. Christ, what is this place?
Okay, never mind. Cut everything I just said out, because
I don't want to make myself look stupid, so I can just...
remove everything dumb that I say.
I will spin the world wheel and set the future upon the path to redemption. Where are my children? You promised me my children. My time is come. More pig. More pig.
How can anybody take this story seriously? Look, it's my dead kids.
Boys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Whatever you do, don't rip your hearts out in front of me, please. Okay, what did I just say? No, thank you.
Where are they? Where are my children? Where do you ask, ladies?
And Mischief Pig's soundtrack is just so memorable. So bloody memorable. Fuck Justine. Pigmen. No. It's so loud. Lol. We need to get out of here.
Kill them, my piggies! Kill them all!
Like a fucking Lazy Town villain.
Look at this fucking pig.
Mars prematura. Latin bullshit, I forget the rest. Jessica Curry, continue. Singing, please now do it. Jessica Curry. There she goes.
Oh God, no! What have I done?
Piggy.
Mandus, I know you are out here. I own this city. I am this city. No, this is not what I meant. This is not what I meant at all.
I missed the woman getting grabbed. That's such a cool scene. It's such a shame they put it so far out of the way. Here it is. That's such a cool scene and they put it there. They should have put that like somewhere closer. That's so cool. But there's so many little things like that scattered around that Machine for Pigs really should have emphasized on. See, why wasn't this bit an encounter either? This would have been such a good encounter. The enemy's there, we can see him somewhere. I stand and look at myself in the mirror, penis in hand. Everyone remember that live stream highlight from months ago? Me. Hey. See, this game had so many good ideas, just didn't execute a lot of them that well. That was cool. I'd literally never seen, it took me such a long time to realise that a pig jumped off of the wood into the alleyway to chase you. That's a cool thing. I never noticed that before until a couple of playthroughs ago. It still took me a good like 5 or 6 years before I noticed it. And then I only just now noticed, as I was looking forward, that they fucking tackle someone. I'd never seen that before. Yeah, this game could have been so much better than it was if it just had a little bit more time in the oven. So what the fuck was Mandus's plan? Just release like 10 man pigs onto the world of London, just for them to get shot down by the military 18 hours later? Jesus, it's so loud. The whole pig plot just isn't interesting. Because it's just one big metaphor that exists just to be a metaphor and not any like it's shoehorned into relevance in the story, and it just doesn't work. Nearly fucking fell in because of that. The game makes his man just go, whoa! I wonder how ladders are gonna be in Rebirth, if you can just spam jump up them, or if it's gonna do SOMA and like have the character just reattach their arms to it.
We are the pig, Professor. We are all the pig.
LOL, pig motif. LOL, look at my dead kids for the 15,000th time. Are they gonna rip their hearts out again in front of me? Who knows? Make a bet. Yep, you were right.
My steam is built.
Build my steam, daddy.
Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture.
Interesting that it's the blood that caused the soul split to happen. Ooh. Further evidence that Alexander is a descendant Mandus is a descendant of Alexander. Because that means the process is in the blood. It's genetic. Mandus is genetically otherworldly. Related to Alexander. That's canon. It isn't Daniel. Everyone that's saying that Mandus is Daniel's whatever nephew is wrong. It is Alexander. That is just hard evidence. But then again, is it hard evidence when this whole game is just a big fever dream? Here, have this really quiet moment. This bit's fucking brilliant. I'm gonna crank the volume up. How fucking atmospheric and good was that? Then we have a giant pig boss fight. Imagine trying to do this game without light sources though, look at this. Can you tell where you're supposed to go? In Dark Descent you have night vision, but in this game you don't. So it just stays dark. I don't even know I'm supposed to be going with the lights on.
Only to save you. Only to spare you.
Father of the
I
year.
would have given my... I simply loved you all too much for this world.
You can't talk your way out of this one, mate. You murdered your children. Where is it? Ah! Piggy. I always die at this bit now, apparently. No! Oh! Ah! Fucking... That's bullshit, mate. I'm dead. Shit, dude! That was bullshit, man. That fucking scared the shit. He can't teleport on fucking top of me like that. That was such a primal fucking scream. I'm so sorry I blew out the audio so much just then. See, why couldn't the game have been more like that? Just big, heavy, massive, thumping fucking creature chasing you. That scared me so much. We didn't scare me as in, like, fear. Like, it's just an emotional response to something giant fucking clipping into my body. Just making my screen go fucking red and screaming at me. Of course I'm gonna make a noise. Get out of here, heart.
I am lost in the dry paper soul of the world.
Oh god, help me. I found a thesaurus and I can't stop using dumb words that I don't need to use.
Madness, listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend.
The blue fog is back.
Mandus, please, I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. And you sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel, on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free. I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into pain. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Mandus trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Mandus. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts. Please, Bandus, no. For your children.
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
So anyway, yeah, this game fucking sucks. No, I'm kidding. Good game, fun. Everyone should replay it, I think. If you've already played it before, play it again before Rebirth, go for it. I don't think you're doing yourself a disservice by playing it. I think people have made their minds up on how they feel on this game already, but I feel like if you do view this game more negatively than positively, give it another try. And just really ground yourself and experience it. Anyway, yeah, I will see you tomorrow for SOMA, and then the last speedrun, and then the big boy. Rebirth. Ooh. Right, bye.